Hey guys, it's Mrs. Brower and Rogue, and today we're going to show you how to make spinners using what you have at home. You can make spinners lots of different ways, so I'm going to show you a few different ones, and then you can decide what materials you need to go get. So you can use a paper plate, you could use cardboard and scissors. I used a Coca-Cola box, but if you have a cereal box or a pasta box, anything, just check out your cupboards. Any of those cardboard boxes will work great. Or you can just use paper. So decide what you want to make your spinner out of. Go grab what you need and let's get started. All right, so we are going to make our spinner today using only a piece of paper. But if you want to make a circle spinner at home, like some of the examples you saw, you can take a cup from your kitchen and trace it on your paper using your pencil, then cut out what you traced. But for us today, we're just going to make a square spinner using a piece of paper. That way, if you don't have scissors, you can still make your spinner. So first we need to make a square. So I'm going to take one edge of my paper and line it up with another side and make a really good fold right there. And now this section we don't want, so I'm going to fold that along the line and really push that fold down and do that a couple of times back and forth. If you have scissors, you can just cut this section off. But if you don't have scissors, you can fold back and forth a couple of times and tear off the piece you don't want. So move your finger next to where you're about to tear all the way down so you can make a nice, neat line. And you should have a square. If you have plain white paper, yours might not have holes in it. Mine came out of a notebook, so mine does. Now we need to make our section. We're going to make 4, but I'll show you how to make 8 different sections as well. So here's an example of what 4 sections could look like. You could make it with an X or in a square. It's up to you. And if you want to make more sections, then it might look something like one of these. So if you are doing this on cardboard or a paper plate, you can use a ruler to help you make straight lines. Or I actually just took a piece of paper and set it across my cardboard to make a nice straight line. So use whatever you have, whatever works for you. And we're going to fold our paper in half a couple of different times to make our section. So we already have one line folded. So now we need to fold the opposite corner to meet up with the other corner. And we have 4 sections, so we can take a marker or pencil or pen, whatever you have, and trace along your fold lines to show the sections of your spinner. And it doesn't have to be perfect, it's for a game. If you want more sections, you can fold your paper in half, lining up the sections that you already made, and then in half the other way. If you wanted square pieces, sections, instead of triangle sections, then you would want to fold, instead of corner to corner, fold one side together and then the other side to make your square sections. But we're just going to use what we have here. We're almost there. So for the game that we are making this spinner for, I only need 1s, 2s, and 3s. So I'm going to label each section, and I'm going to give myself 2 3s because that's the best thing to spin for my game. And I'm the one making the spinner, so I get to choose. Decide what you want to make your spinner for. It's totally up to your game. You could make a fraction spinner, number spinner with especially the specific numbers that maybe your kindergartner is working on learning right now. You could do addition and subtraction, decimals or money, or dots for subitizing, maybe a color spinner, or parents, you might even do a chore spinner. So the next part that we need to figure out is our spinner. We made the board part, now we need a spinner. There are so many options for spinners. If you have a fidget spinner at home, you can set that right in the middle and spin it. I don't have a fidget spinner, but we have lots of other things that we can use. So on this spinner you can see I cut out of cardboard an arrow, and I would just suggest make it thicker than you think because you will want a thicker arrow than what I made. And then I just used a little piece of string. I poked a hole using my scissors and tied my string on both sides so that I could have an arrow for spinning. You can use your paper spinner and a pencil, and by putting your pencil in the center of your paper, lots of different things will act as a spinner for you. I like to use a paper clip. It's nice and easy. With a paper spinner, you might need the person you're playing with to help you hold the spinner down. It can be a little bit tricky. So I'll show you on the cardboard spinner, for example, since it's just me. I don't have a partner to help me hold down my spinner right now, but a paper clip and a pencil work just great as a spinner. If you can't find a paper clip at home, you might have a binder clip, which will also work. Again, just setting your pencil in the very middle of your spinner. A binder clip works great. Even a clothespin. Just got to keep your own hands out of the way. If you can't find any of those things, any size of paper clip will work, different sizes of binder clips. You might, like we said, use your fidget spinner, but if you are having trouble finding any of those things, you can make a spinner with something I am almost positive you will have at home. And that is a twist tie from bread or something else from the store. So if you take this twist tie and twist the two ends together, leaving a small circle, you now have something that will point and act as your spinner. And all of these work on paper as well, but for our really big spinner, you just might need somebody to help you hold it down so that you can spin it. Well, there you have it. You have a ton of different options for your spinner. You can definitely find something at home to use, and if you come up with more examples or different things you can use, let me know. I'd love to add more ideas, and I hope that you have a blast. Go enjoy your games.